Hey guys, Jonathan Wizard here for JM Sports Runner and jmsports.org. How's it going? I'm here to make picks for September 3rd, 2011. Let me rephrase. I'm here to make college football picks. The first college football Saturday is upon us. Yesterday, Friday in the action, we went 1-1. It wasn't really a disappointing 1-1 though. Well, there is something I'm going to talk about. Michigan State did beat Youngstown State 28-6. Baylor beat TCU 50-48. So TCU was upset, of course. That was our loss. Michigan State, personally, I watched both these games. Michigan State won 28-6, but in my opinion, the score does not indicate the way Michigan State played in this game. Michigan State's defense, especially in the beginning, did not look very good. Youngstown State, they did get one touchdown out of it. Of course, they missed the extra point there after the sixth comes in. I didn't think Michigan State looked all that good defensively, especially early on in the game. As far as Baylor and TCU made an effort out of it. Once again, this was a back and forth game until about the third quarter, and then Baylor really opened up on them. At one point in time, Baylor had a 24-point lead on the Horned Frogs, and then TCU did come back. They actually took the lead, and then Baylor, with I believe it was just over a minute to go in regulation, kicked a field goal to take a 50-48 lead after being down 48-47. It was a back and forth game, a lot of fun to watch, and a big reason why I love football. With the 1-1 that we had, it was our first loss of the year, 15-1 on the year so far. Then is what that makes us, and 570 and 215 overall lifetime is what that makes us. Let's get to the action now for Saturday's games. And they look like this. I will give you the game, the pick, and the channel that you can see them on if it is indeed televised or online. Akron, 18th ranked Ohio State, giving Ohio State. ESPN and ESPN3.com is where you can catch that game. Miami of Ohio and Missouri. 21st ranked Missouri, actually. I'm going to go with Missouri, and that game is not televised. Utah State takes on number 23 Auburn. ESPN2, ESPN3.com. I'm going to go with Auburn. Fordham takes on UConn. That is the game that was supposed to take place Thursday. Got postponed. I am going to go with the Huskies. You can catch that game on ESPNU. Indiana State takes on Penn State. Big Ten Network, give me Penn State. Tennessee Tech takes on Iowa. Big Ten Network, give me Iowa. Middle Tennessee takes on Purdue. Big Ten Network, give me Purdue. Kent State and number 2 Alabama. ESPN3.com, give me Alabama. Appalachian State, number 13 Virginia Tech, give me Tech. ESPN3.com. South Dakota takes on Air Force, give me Air Force. Louisiana Monroe takes on number 6 Florida State. ESPNU is where you can catch that game. Give me Florida State. Chattanooga and number 10 Nebraska. Give me 10th ranked Nebraska. South Florida and number 16 Notre Dame. Game on NBC. You can give me Notre Dame. Watch out for Notre Dame this year. I really think that they could be a team to really watch for. I think Kelly is in a good spot for his second year at the helm at Notre Dame. Minnesota and 25th ranked USC, ABC or ESPN2. Check local listings. I'm going to go with USC. Western Michigan takes on Michigan, ABC, Minnesota and USC can be seen on ESPN3.com. Western Michigan and Michigan. Give me Michigan. That one can be seen on either ABC or ESPN2. Check local listings. James Madison takes on North Carolina, ESPN3.com. I am going to go with North Carolina, as they are in the middle of a new regime. Troy and Clemson, ESPN3.com. I'm going to go with Clemson. UCLA and Houston. I'm actually going to go with Houston. I think Houston has a really good chance to be a good team this year. I can't think of Casey Keenum, I believe, is their quarterback's name. I could be wrong. I believe he's in his 5th or 6th year at Houston. I think, and Houston has a fairly easy schedule, I believe, especially to kick things off. Arkansas State takes on Illinois. Big Ten Network, where you can catch that game. Give me the Fighting Illini. Delaware takes on Navy. Give me Navy. Southeastern Louisiana takes on Tulane. Give me Tulane. Sacramento State takes on Oregon State. Give me Oregon State. BYU takes on Ole Miss. ESPN and ESPN3.com give me Ole Miss. San Jose State takes on number 7 Stanford. Of course, Stanford without Harbaugh, still with Andrew Luck. I think Stanford's going to be good this year, not great. I'm going to go with Stanford in the game, though. Idaho State and Washington State. This one is just a guess, totally out of the blue. I'm going to go with Washington State. Liberty and North Carolina State give me the Wolfpack. Colorado State and New Mexico. I'm going to go with Colorado State. A couple of these are guesses. Buffalo and Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh with their 2nd new head coach of the year. And if you don't know what that's about, look it up. It's pretty interesting to get to that. By the way, Liberty and North Carolina State can be seen on ESPN3.com. Buffalo and Pittsburgh can be seen on ESPN3.com. Give me Pittsburgh. William and Mary takes on Virginia. ESPN3.com. Give me Virginia. Montana and Tennessee. ESPN3.com. Give me Tennessee. Louisiana Lafayette takes on number 9 Oklahoma State. ESPN3.com. I take that back. Not televised at all. Give me Oklahoma State. East Carolina takes on 12th ranked South Carolina. ESPN3.com. Give me South Carolina. Missouri State takes on number 15 Arkansas. ESPN3.com. Give me Arkansas. Florida Atlantic takes on 22nd ranked Florida. Give me the Gators. ESPNU is where you can catch that game. Fresno State and Cal. I'm going to go with Cal. Northern Iowa and Iowa State, once again, just a guess. Iowa State, Richmond, and Duke. Give me Duke. A little iffy there, though. Eastern Washington and Washington. ESPN3.com, so you can catch Richmond and Duke. Eastern Washington and Washington. I'm going to go with the Washington Huskies. Indiana and Ball State. I'm going to go with the Hoosiers. Charleston Southern and UCF. Give me UCF. Austin P and Cincinnati. Give me Cincinnati. Howard and Eastern Michigan. Eastern Michigan. McNeese State and Kansas. Give me Kansas. Eastern Kentucky and Kansas State. Give me Kansas State. Army and Northern Illinois. Give me Army. Texas State. Texas Tech. Give me Texas Tech. Elon and Vanderbilt. Give me Vandy. Tulsa and number 1 Oklahoma. By the way, I'm forgetting to do channels here. ESPN3.com is where you can catch pretty much all the games that I have just mentioned. Tulsa and number 1 Oklahoma can be seen on FX, and I'm going to go with number 1 Oklahoma. This one is the interesting one. Number 3 Oregon and number 4 LSU game can be seen on ESPN at 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time. Definitely a game that I'm going to be watching. I'm going to go with Oregon, and I know that there's people wavering on which way to go. It's number 4 or number 3. I'm going to go with Oregon, and I really don't think it's that difficult of a pick to make. And because I think the suspensions, the big suspension, of course, Jordan Jefferson, that's going to be huge for LSU. I think that really is. Oregon, I think, has a really good chance to make it back to the national championship game this year and possibly winning the national championship. And I think a loss to LSU, I think, would really hurt them. I think whichever team loses this game in the long run is pretty much probably going to kiss it goodbye. I honestly think of the two, though, obviously one of them has to lose. I think if LSU loses, they have a better chance of possibly getting themselves back in the BCS title hunt. They have a better chance, I believe, than Oregon does. But I could be wrong there. Anyway, I am going to go with Oregon in the game. I think the losses from the LSU suspensions will just be a little bit too much. Number 5, Boise State. Number 19, Georgia. ESPN and ESPN3.com. Another tough game. I'm going to call for the upset. I really am. I don't know that Boise State can hang on this year and be the spectacular team that everybody expects them to be. I could be wrong. They could pull out a win, and I'm sure that if they do, I'll never hear the end of it. But anyway, ESPN and ESPN3.com is where you can catch that game. Rice and Texas can be seen on the Longhorn Network, and I am going to go with Texas, Ohio, and New Mexico State, ESPN3.com. I'm going to go with Ohio, Stony Brook, and UTEP. I'm going to go with UTEP. Weber State and Wyoming. Give me Wyoming. Northern Arizona and Arizona. Give me Arizona. Cal Poly takes on San Diego State. I'm going to go with San Diego State. Louisiana Tech and Southern Miss. I'm going to go with Southern Miss. And last but not least, Colorado and Hawaii. ESPN2.com. And I am, or ESPN2 and ESPN3.com, rather. And I'm going to go with Hawaii in the game there. This is why I don't mix the baseball and the NCAA college football, because it takes too long on Saturday. The schedule's too long. For those of you who bear with me, I appreciate it. We'll see what happens. The schedule's not always going to be this long, and it's going to be a little bit easier to do games from here on out. So this could be a really good week for us. We could pull off a lot of wins. We could have an ugly week too. You never know. We will see. Baseball picks coming up later. I'm John Lopez at 4 JM Sports 100 JM Sports.org. I'll see you guys later. Peace. Hopefully next week I'll have This Week in NCAA College Football History, and also there are no new subs. See you guys later, guys.